Yo, what's going on YouTube? Technically T, and I wanted to make this video to, this might trigger the Apple eye sheep out there, man, because I know it's a lot of you, and you think your precious Apple can do no wrong. But I wanted to make this video to tell you why the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 will still be big dog, even though we get our shiny new iPhone XS Maxes in the mail tomorrow. So I'm gonna give you 5 reasons as to why the Note 9 is gonna be the best phone out of the two, in my opinion, and why it's the better buy also of 2018. Now, if you know me and if you follow my channel, I don't have any brand loyalty to either one. You know I love iOS and I love Android, and I both give them credit when it's due. But this time, man, I'm stating straight facts on why I feel like the Note 9 is gonna be a better overall device, man. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, starting off with, we have to talk about these displays, man, because iPhone is starting to pick up and get the same size. They're starting to play with Android a little bit when they come to these screen sizes. So iPhone is jumping out there with that OLED 6.5-inch screen. I'm actually really excited to see how it looks in comparison to the Note 9. But let's just be real. I feel like any device that Apple throws in their devices, man, it is not going to top the screen of devices such as your S9 Plus, your Note 9s. These screens are beautiful. I feel like nothing is going to top these screens when it comes to it, man, because something about that AMOLED, there's something about those rich colors and the blacks on AMOLED just pops. And I don't get that same feeling when it comes to the OLED screen. Now, I'm not taking anything away from the iPhone X. It was a beautiful screen. Don't get me wrong, but when we're talking about straight media consumption and what screen just looks better to me, in my opinion, man, I'm always gonna choose the Note 9 screen. Even though they're about, basically 6.4, 6.5-inch screen. It's not so much about how big it is, man, but I'm just thinking about the vibrancy and it's something about the Note 9 screens, man, that always excites me when I look at media, man. So for me, I still feel like even though that 6.5-inch XS Max screen is gonna be a beautiful screen, Apple does make beautiful displays. Still, display on this Note 9, no device can touch Samsung when it comes to that display market, man. Now let's stay right there when we're talking about screen, man. And one thing I wanna always complain about is Apple does not know how to utilize a big screen on a phone. You're diving into the big boy screen sizes now. You 6.1 inch with the 10R, 6.5 inches with the iPhone XS Max. So therefore, you need to start trying to figure out how you're going to use that, how you're going to utilize that screen real estate, because right now, you're not really doing a good job. Most of the time, you're just stretching your apps. You might give us an extra row of app icons. Nobody wants that. We want to see real life, productivity. We want to see, because, iPhone, you're such a large market, but you lack when it comes to productivity. I'm sorry. It just falls flat on its face because they don't have things like split screen view. They don't have things where you can minimize YouTube, where you minimize a video and you can watch it in the background. Those are key things that I love about Android and when it comes to their big screens. They've been doing it for so long, even on the smaller size screens before they even got to the 6-inch screens. They were doing it way back then, man. So therefore, why can't iOS just figure that out? It's so easy to do, in my opinion, especially when you're talking about minimizing YouTube videos and watching them while you do other things on your phone. That's key to me. I said it in a previous video before, and I'll say it again. That is a key feature because I love watching YouTube, and if you're like me, I watch more YouTube and I do most things on my cell phones these days. That's just period. I rarely watch TV, and the only time I'm sitting on my computer is when I'm editing up these videos, man. So therefore, when I'm in the bed at the end of the night, I like to tune in on YouTube, then I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on IG, I'm on forum sites. I can do that with my Samsung devices. I can do that with my Android devices. With my iPhone, there's none of that going on. I find myself using the iPhone and I want to go to something and I'm watching YouTube and the iPhone video just stops because the functionality is not there. So Apple, iOS, whoever, please find a way to utilize this 6.5-inch screen besides just stretching out apps and giving us another row of icons. You're not doing anything for the big screen size. You're not ready to jump out there and swing that bat. You can't go any higher than that 6.5-inch, man, if you're not gonna give us something in return. Because the Note 9 is killing it right now. When we're talking about productivity, it's the thing to do on the Note 9. That's what this bad boy is made for, man. So Apple, if you're gonna dive into the big phone ring, at least know how to swing a few punches, because now you're just sitting in the ring and you're not swinging no punches, and the Note 9 is giving you all that work when it comes to the screen utilization. But that's it, man. That's definitely just come on, Apple, get on board with that. Now, this is the first year, now we're talking about storage-wise, this is the first year that the iPhone has a 512 gigabyte version and the Note 9 has a 512 gigabyte version. But for me, the better buy is gonna be this Samsung Galaxy Note 9 because Number one, it's cheaper when you're talking about that 512 gigabyte version. And number two, you can expand it and you can get up to a terabyte. But Apple wants to charge you more for their 512 gigabyte version, and then you don't have no other way of expanding it. You don't have no other way of doing anything. Now, I hate comparing things like that because we know iOS and iPhones does not have expandable storage and Androids do. But it's just the fact that if you're a person who's heavy into media, if you're a person who likes movies, you want tons of music, tons of pictures, 4K videos, whatever it may be, you can load this bad boy up, pop an expandable memory card in here, and then you can have up to a terabyte of storage. And that is absolute beast for me, man. That's beast for anybody. I have this 512 and there's no way I'm gonna fill it up. With the XS Max tomorrow, I got the 256 because that's what I use. But it's just the principle of the fact that is iPhone charging you more for less, and Android charges you less for more. You know, it just is what it is, man. And I feel like this is the better buy when we're talking about straight raw storage and what you can do on the phone. Now, I'm not really talking about iCloud and all that, backing it up in the iCloud. No. We're talking about on the device, what's on this device, not in the cloud. So now, battery life. Now, I know this could be a touchy subject because one, I don't have the XS Max in hand yet, and two, usage varies. If we're looking at straight milliamp hour, numbers, if we're just looking at numbers only, the Note 9 with that 4,000 milliamp hour, and I'm not sure what the XS Max is. I think it's like 31 something, like 31 milliamp hours or something like that. If it's just a tiny spec bump, which it is, it's just a tiny bump over the iPhone 10, I feel like that's still gonna be an issue for me because one, the iPhone 10 really didn't last me all day. It got me through about 2 or 3 o'clock, man, if I'm using hardcore heavy use with it, and then it'll be on the, it's time for me to go find a charger. But with this 4,000 milliamp hour battery, man, I've been powering through the day. No issues whatsoever. I still get home with about 30-40% left to still play with it, do whatever all night long, man. And for some reason, just for some reason in the back of my mind, I feel like iOS isn't going to give that to me. Now, we know iOS is optimized and that's where they get their better battery life. But the thing about it is, Android is getting optimized too, man. Samsung's experience is getting very good too. So that fight is slowly about to go out the door, man. But they punched this battery and they hit it right on head with that Snapdragon 845, with that 4,000 milliamp hour battery, man. This thing here reigns in the battery department. The new iPhone we're gonna see, but right now, just specs on paper, I feel like the Note 9 will still be king when we're talking about straight raw power and how long it lasts using it off the charge. So I think the Note 9 will still win in that category. Now, last but not least, once again, this is something I hate to do, man, but you already know what I'm going for and you see me reaching for it, and that is the S Pen. Now, I know iOS, I know iPhone doesn't have anything to compare with the S Pen. I know they don't have anything like that, so you're probably like, T, why in the world would you even mention the S Pen when Apple doesn't even have anything like that? And if they did, they will contend with it. I understand that, but Apple probably will never have a pen support unless it's the Apple Pencil, but they'll never have that. But this just takes the Note 9 to that next level. This is what takes the Note 9 over any device out there. This what makes it the ultimate productivity, the ultimate productivity phone when you're talking about whipping out this S Pen, man. Now, if you do certain functions on the iPhone, yeah, you have to do it with your finger, but it's something about doing this with this S Pen that just makes it quicker, makes it more accurate, and it just makes doing things a little bit quicker when you're talking about, doing cropping videos or doing stuff like that in comparison on the Note 9. We're talking about straight raw power productivity device. Which one's gonna be the better of 2018, man? And I feel like the S Pen is what just catapults it over the iPhone and any device out there that's coming out, Pixel, LG V40, 50, whatever, any device out there, I feel like this just makes it that much better overall that's out there right now. And one more thing to mention, we're talking about that battery life. Let's back up to the battery life. Samsung gives you a little thing called a fast charger in the box. And it works fine, charge it dumb fast, adaptive fast charging. I love it when it comes to my Android devices. iPhone gives you this little measly little thing right here, which is a 5 volt, 5 watt, whatever you want to call it, man. This little thing, which absolutely sucks. And they're still giving it to them in the boxes. Apple, just quit with the BS and get on board and include a fast wireless charger. I just had to get it off my chest. I had to let it be known. If you have both devices, if you have one or the other devices coming in, let me know down below. Which is the better overall device for you? Will it be the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 or will it be the new iPhone? Will it be the new big dog iPhone XS Max? For me, the features, the function that the Note 9 offers, and I didn't even talk about everything. Those are just my top 5. I feel like no matter what comes out, man, the Note 9, this bad boy right here, if I get it on the right direction, this bad boy right here, man, will be the phone of the year in 2018. But until next time, man, I'm gonna get at y'all. Like I said, drop down in those comment section below. Let's get some conversation started, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.